Hello all, and welcome to the Invictus stream. This is Harlan here, frustrated at how many times I have died in this tech demo. This is STRAFE, to be more specific, the Speed Zone tech demo for the game STRAFE, which is currently on Kickstarter. It is, and it's about, I think maybe there's 35 hours left, probably at the time of recording this video, and it is just about to hit 100%, and I'm sure it will. But I wanted to make this video real quick, just as kind of a little bit of a first impressions, although I played this many, many times now because I can continually die. Doing a little bit of first impressions, but also to kind of voice some of my concerns about games like this and kind of why I think they might be good and why I think they might be a little bad. So, anyway, to go into a little bit. Now, one of the things the developers stressed when they released this downloadable tech demo, so to speak, is that it is rough. It is rough. And again, I found many bugs falling through walls, and which is frustrating because, unfortunately, you cannot press escape and start again. You have to close down the program and start it again every time, which is fine, though. I figured out how to get past those. And I realized that over here is not an area you want to go to. This is not a secret. I thought it was. It's not. Anyway, so what I like about this game, it's a throwback. I grew up with games like this, Doom, Quake, so on and so forth. I love them. They're always going to have a special place in my heart, and I completely understand why the developers of this game want to do a game like that. They're fun. They're quick. You don't have to think. One of my favorite series of games in the new wave of games like that was Soldier of Fortune, which was just an easy, shoot 'em up game. And I remember thinking, oh shit, did I just lose my gun? Oh fuck. Oh no! Oh no. Oh well, whatever. Oh! Hey, there you go. Anyway, I remember thinking when I played Soldier of Fortune again not too long ago that, yeah, man, that was such a throwback to games like Doom and Quake. Simple, run and gun, get to the front lines and kill the bad guys. And I like those games a lot. But I'm weary about this one, and I'll tell you why. There's a few things I like about this game. Again, I think the style is really cool. I think it's very it feels exactly like a Quake game, and these guys have gone so far into the 1996 motif that their website even has QuickTime plugin flashes missing and things like that, and it's really funny and it's really cool. But I also think they're missing a few things that make games like this really great. And you take a look at a game like Shovel Knight, and Shovel Knight is fantastic. And part of the reason it is so fantastic is it is, of course, a throwback to games from the 90s, Nintendo and things like that. But it's also more than that. It also has a lot of skill to it, but it also has a lot of 2015 tendencies. It's got things that make it more individual, a little bit of customization with the the changing of the clothes and things like that. So it's a better version of those games. It took what they had, it took the art style, and it built up on it, which I think is important, and I think that's what makes games like that fantastic. I always die after this part, so I'm going to stand here for a second and explain. Part of my hesitation with this game, part of the reason I haven't backed it yet, but have been following it closely, is that it does everything with a 1996 style, but it doesn't seem to add anything. And that's kind of bad, and that's kind of a concern I have, because again, I think a game like this with this style and this music and this motif and everything with 2015 gameplay and things like that could be a blast. It could knock it out of the park. I don't know, customization or an in-depth story and things like that, but they kind of just took what 1996 did with Doom and Quake and all those kind of games, and they didn't really expand on it. They kind of just recreated an engine that works on your computer, and I don't know how I feel about that, and that's part of the reason I'm having kind of such a dilemma with a game like this, because I think they have something really cool, and I think they know they have something really cool, and I think that's part of the reason why it is still not at 100% this close to the countdown. And I think because the consumers, such as myself, kind of get that that's not what they're offering. They're not offering anything new. They're offering another experience. And I think part of the reason games like Doom and Quake are so great and why we still play them is because we have a bit of that nostalgia. I mean, honestly, if I found Doom today for the first time, I don't know if I'd have as good an experience with it as I did the first time. I don't know if I would still play it. I think certain things like that do have an expiration date, and I think the idea is to use what we like about them and go forward, not just recreate them and hope to... And again, I think these guys are good guys, and I think they have the right idea, and I think they're doing it for the right reasons. I don't think they're doing this for any sort of malicious, oh, we can just make a cash grab. Shovel Knight did it, we can do it with a Quake-style FPS. But I just think they're missing something. I don't think they thought it all the way through. I don't think they thought, okay, well look, here, let's take what people love and make it better. They said, let's take what people love and make it. And I think that's a big difference. I think it's a lot tougher to make something better than what you grew up with. It's quite easy to just recreate it. And I think that's kind of the problem that I'm seeing here. And, I mean, I haven't played much of it. This is pretty much as far as I've gotten, and I think it's probably as far as I'm going to get. But I've already kind of made up my mind on it, and I think releasing this tech demo actually hurt their cause probably more than they'll realize, because it does say, yeah, this is a two-dimensional game. Well, not even. It's a one-dimensional game. That's already been made. And that's the fact. Quake's already been made. If you want to play a game like this, it exists. They don't bring anything. They're not saying, hey, look, this is a quick type game, and this is how much better we've made it. They just said, this is a game you've already played. And I mean, even the sprites, I mean, these guys look like Quake models, just less to it. And again, to their credit, I mean, this is a tech demo. This is not the finished product, and I guarantee they would be adding a lot more into it. But I think they're missing it. I think they're missing what makes a game like this really, really succeed. And it's their own, you know, input. And frankly, I know their campaign will succeed. It's at, again, I mean, 99% as of this video. I guarantee it'll be at 100. But I almost kind of wish it didn't. I really kind of wish that they took a bit of a failure on this one and went back to the drawing board and say, okay, well, look, let's talk to the people and find out why this didn't succeed. Because I think if they did that, they'd understand what we're looking for as a consumer market. And what we're looking for is something new. We love retro shooters. We love things that are going to make us feel nostalgic. But we also want to see what else people are going to bring to the table. And I think that's something that these guys are missing. And I have no idea how to get past this fucking thing. And I've died. But anyway. So that's my thoughts on it. I mean, again, I just wanted to do a quick video to kind of express a little bit about what these guys are doing and what I think on it. And I mean, I'm going to link to the Kickstarter down below. And please, by all means, if you like it, you know, tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me where you think, no, look, these guys do have in-depth. They have customizability. They have a storyline. They have, you know, wearable armor, clothes, whatever's going to push it up to 2015 to make it feel like it is something that belongs, you know, in my Steam library, so to speak. And again, that's not to say games nowadays are the end-all be-all. There's still a lot of garbage that comes out, and big AAA publishers that do the exact opposite. They make something that looks really flashy and new and next-gen, and they put no effort into it beyond that. And I think that's just as much a travesty. But I do think these guys, as earnestly as they're trying to do it, and as well-intentioned as they may be, they're missing something, and they're missing that crucial, you know, thing that's going to make me come back and say, okay, I get it. Look, this is what they did, and this is how they made it so much better. But right now, everything I look at this just kind of says, yep, that's what they did. But I have that. It's Quake, and it's Doom. And it's Doom 3, and it's whatever else you want in between that. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. Like I said, Kickstarter link below. If you like it or you want to check it out, please do support them. By the time this video is up, who knows, it might even be dead, and they might have already, or be at 100%, they might already be out. And when the game comes out, I'm sure I'll check it out, and I'll reference this, and I'll say, look, I was totally wrong. Or maybe I'll say, look, I was totally right, and other people will agree with me. So, let me know your thoughts. If I'm right or wrong, let me know below, and we'll see you next time. Cheers!